Hello there, it's William Jamming. So welcome to my channel. So we have already get our anatomy ready, and although the hand and the feet is not so thoroughly modeled, but we will do a special series video about that. But for now, hey, our guy is completely naked right now, okay? So I think he's a little bit cold, so let's just put some clothes on it. And remember, the clothing is pretty important part of modeling because most of the time your character won't be naked, okay? But anatomy is definitely pretty important. I will show you why, okay? Because the anatomy can give you a based model for you to work on. So once you got that, you can build your, you can build your clothes on anatomy and quickly regenerate another sort of style based on your basic mesh, and yeah, so you can greatly improve your efficiency, and as your knowledge as well as familiarity with the anatomy, you can just got some tweaks in here and there and get like a perfect model. Okay, you can save multiple models for your future project. Okay, so let's try to do that and get our guy a little bit close. So what I'm going to do is to carve part of the thing out for our clothes. So basically what I'm going to do is to use masking. Okay, so I'm going to use this mask right here, and I'm going to use the mask using a different method, and that will be, let me give you the screencast key. That will be a sort of a lasso method. So what I'm going to do is to get rid of hair, get rid of the eye, get rid of the skull, so won't affect our judgments. And what I'm going to do is Control Shift and using the left mouse to click it, so just choose the part I like to choose, and let me just choose it above the here, and let me just get here and just okay, and maybe give it a little bit of V shape. Okay, just to just design the clothes, and this is definitely too low, so maybe just make it a little bit above it, give it a little bit curve, something like that. Of course you can fine-tune it as well. So yeah, once you are pretty satisfied with it, you can just make sure that you got the original model saved, because sometimes you might mess it up and it's quicker to re-roll back to original model. Okay, so once you are satisfied with it, you can just mask, and you can mask extract to extract this. You can extract as solid. Okay, you can just tap it. There are just two ways of doing things. Okay, so if you extract as solid, and we'll spend much more time doing that. Okay, once you extract as solid, you just got a pretty solid model here, and remember, you can switch the other parts off. Okay, you can get a body part and off, and we can get this yeah, so we could get this as a sort of solid model. And of course there is another way of doing it, because we sort of using the manual edits to do that. So we can, there is another way. So let me just rewind that, just get rid of this mesh, and I think it's computing right now. Okay, just get rid of that. I'll make a lasso gesture. I think they already got this mesh out, so let's just manually delete this and choose this body, and sculpt mode. There's another way of doing it. Okay, you already choose that, and what I'm going to do is mask and mask extract, and we can uncheck that extract as solid. Okay. So basically, there are two ways of doing it. If you require not solid, sometimes you may be using a decorative surface or shell or something like that. You can do that, but sometimes you might need to give the sleeve part or the upper part watertight. Okay, so yeah, that's it's just a two-way of tackling problems, and you can do both. Okay, so this is if you do not extract as a solid and you hide this, you can see it sort of can see through it. Okay, so let me just use the walk around camera. Okay, remember, using shift and dot, you can use the walk around camera as if you're in the first person shooting game. Okay, then you can walk inside of this man, and that's a great thing, especially if you want to build a close. Okay, so let me just move it out, and I'm back. Oh, this is a pretty good close, but this close clearly do not have any of the closed surface yet. We normally don't close it. Okay, of course you can close it, or I'm going to show you guys how to close it. If you have to close it, you can just rename this mesh. Okay, rename this mesh as a upper close or something. Okay, and you can go to this tab, go to this edit mode, and once you are in edit mode, you can just choose the area that you want to close. Normally we don't do that. Okay, we don't want watertight things. But if you have to do that, you can. You should just use this select lasso, right? And you just choose the area. And sorry, let me re-choose that again. You choose the area. Remember, you need to toggle the X-ray, because if you don't toggle the X-ray, some part you may be just missed. Okay, so you once you switch this X-ray on, you got this part of the area you want to close, and you can just go to faces and fill. Okay, this is a pretty quick way of sort of remesh that and reconnecting the dots, as I often said. So this is just an automatic process, but since I am using a pretty high mesh right now, so it might be a little bit spend a little bit of time. Let me use the first person mode. As you guys can see, sort of connect that together. Okay, and it doesn't not look so well, so my recommendation is that you just delete it. Okay, you go back to this body part. I think you might as well just use this sculpt mode. And remember that you are choose this masking. Okay, and you can just let me just switch it off, this 3D mode, and you can just mask and mask extract. You can just extract as solid. Okay, this way it's a little bit like a cheating. Okay, because you're not actually doing the close. Okay, but rather you are just building the model that's is a solid, and you sort of makes it float above the body, so you can just extract it out, and you use this body part as a sort of a reference. Okay, so this is just two sort of a major paradigms of doing it. So let me show you how. Okay, so if you extract a solid, you just make a new model out from the original model, and you basically just sculpting above it, and make the outline of this person is just a close. Okay, and let me show you. If you just switch off there's this person with the solid body inside, so you do have thickness. Okay, you do have thickness, and yeah, so this is just a new mesh or new object. Okay, and so any open edges will be automatically filled with faces. So basically this will be a watertight object. And for this video, I'm going to do the hard way. So I'm going to mask and extract, and do not extract as solid, and manually close the empty parts. So let's just do that. Extract, and of course I think we need to wait a few seconds and hide the original body part. And we choose this mesh, we can say some upper close or something. And what I'm going to do is to enter the edit mode, switch on this X-ray, and what I'm going to do is to just choose the area that I like to. Just go to the front view. Okay, let me make it bigger. Choose the area that you want to close. Okay, you can I think I can switch off the mirror, X mirror already got it on. Okay, let me just get this lasso tool, select lasso. Okay, let me just use that. Because of we got a lot of poly to work on, so we'll drastically lower the process speed. Well guys, after a few seconds wait, we already choose that, and once you have chosen that, we can fill that. So we manually close these faces rather than use a computer to do that. Sometimes it can be a little bit buggy, so you might need to try them multiple times. So we got faces and we got fill. Okay, so we just filled faces, and of course I'm going to check whether it can successfully fill or not, because it's a little bit buggy, and sometimes if you do not do it carefully, you might not be able to fill that. So let me just go to this mode and switch off and look at the yeah, we got no hole there. That's good. Let me just got this randomly. Alright, we got no hole there. Left and right, I think maybe there's some mesh missing, but definitely not the top. The bottom one still something missing, so let's try to do the left and right. So go to one, and we already got this lasso selection tool. We got that. Make sure we actually select everything. We don't want anything messy happens. It's better to be safe to get more space than it is required, and then go to the face and fill. Okay, better safe than have something weird and will bite you in the future. So let's just play the safe, go to face and fill. And of course you can use box select when you get absolute surface that parallel to you. And let's just wait for the fill to finish. And remember, if you are doing the close, you are pretty much get pretty outside, and the close can't be 100% 100% symmetric. Okay, so B box select, get the bottom part, and you can select that. But I need to deselect the previous part first. Okay, we don't want to mess things up. And yeah, it's definitely a little bit slow. I think I may just got too much of the vertices for computer to calculate, so it's do require a little bit of time. So let me pause it, okay? And yeah, after I pause it, I can just reselect B, select I, and go to the faces. I think this is much easier for you to calculate because it's not a weird shape. So fill, I think this time it will be quicker to calculate that. Alright, I think we pretty much fill all these holes here, and let's go to this material or on solid mode and get rid of this 3D and look at the different parts, and looks amazing, I think, because yeah, it's just a few things, and that's pretty good. And if you think the mesh a little bit weird, you can always just switch it off, switch all the faces off. But I got a better idea, is that I'm going to remesh it, okay? I'm not going to doing too much in edit mode for now. I think we can just go back to sculpt mode and completely change the mesh. Okay, let me just check that again, just to make sure there's no empty space, just this structure is watertight. Okay, we can do that. And because we sort of do not need that sort of fine-grained details of it, so we're going to remesh that by a lot. So maybe just increase that 10 times. Okay, then I remesh, I get a completely different feeling structure because we don't want to fine-grain details of that. And we got a lot of area that not too good. Yeah, we don't want anything too crazy because we then need to bulge that together. So maybe 0.05. Okay, let's try that. And still a little bit, but we can do with it. And I think maybe we just don't change it because I think we got a lot of a place for you to connect that together. Okay, so once you are pretty much finished with it, you can just get the basic color or some thing back to default because it's still a skin color. You can give it a color of say total black. Just yeah, to make it more outstanding when you do the actual work. Metallic, roughness. Yeah, we're not messing up with the material yet because I just want to focus on this solid mode. Okay, once you are pretty much finished with it, you can just switch back to body, and you can make this bunch out. Okay, let me just make it extrude a little bit, and then you use inflate because I sort of want to see it when I in outside. Nothing too crazy. And I choose the upper closing. this definitely got some weird effect. Maybe use this to add. I think this is a quicker way of doing it. Slightly budget, and then you can already get the original body out, because you already extrude that. Okay, then you can inflate that. Remesh it. Okay, and you can budget out even more. I think the polygon is a little bit weird. That's definitely too much. We don't want budget like this. Maybe just use this clay strip and decrease the strength a little bit. We don't want anything too crazy about it. Maybe just hide it. I sort of want to make it bulge and make the thing that it sort of loose together, or want it to remesh it and connect it. Okay, since I got the mirrored on, I can quickly do that without actually hurting the whole structure. Like I think the brush size a little bit too much. Decrease it. And remesh it. Sometimes it can feel the connected area together. Remesh it. Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea to decrease the wall size. I don't think this is a good idea. I think might as well just do not decrease the wall size, but actually using the original 0.01 and do not remesh it. I think that would be a good idea. Okay, so let's just stick with high poly, because that would be too much of the mesh to work out and too much of the hole for me to feel. Okay, and for those of you who are familiar with my video, is that I tend to not edit out the mistake that I make and how I try to solve problems, because some of you guys may make the same mistake or tend to do sometimes the mistakes are pretty tempting. So I'd like to show you guys how I do that and how I revise that, how I achieve the final result with trial and error. Okay, and hopefully we can sparkle the expirations that sometimes you can do something through that mistake. So for example, if you like a pretty like the Soul game sort of a model, you sort of like this web-like structure, and of course you can absolutely do that. Well, let's just use this to budget out and use this brush for safety. Okay, you don't want anything too messy, so just use this to get rid of this muscly part. But yeah, this is sort of like a quicker way to adding volume to here, and based on this basic shape that you already work on, and sort of just to bulge everything out without getting everything too messy or too ugly. And we will add all these folding points later on. But for now, I'm just stick with the plan. Bulge everything. And I think this face is a very free choice part. You can just get rid of every anatomy that you have just learned, just forget about everything and just make that and make it out, just to make sure that you got a sort of a clear cutting point to the edges, so it won't get weird if you look at from a sort of the different point. Okay, and what I'm going to do is to make the edges bulge out a little bit, as well as the I think this part. So this is like a digital landmark that you can do to make this cutting points a little bit extrude. Okay, of course the closure will follow a certain rule, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Let's just get a hold of this part, just grab it down a little bit to adjust the shape of it. And here is our digital landmark. That'll be our digital landmark. So you know where the cutting point is and how to fine tune that, how to adjust that. Of course, you can use this to fine tune the smaller parts of area. Make it natural does not mean that you make everything so uniformed. Okay, you can just make random bulginess and fold without actually hurting the whole style. I think this needs to be rubbed out a little bit. And of course you can just completely grab this part out, and this part needs to add something, so you can use this or use this brush to add in more volume to make it bulged out. Okay, so that all depends on you, the creator. Essentially, this is your character. You're sort of entitled to do whatever you like. You can even make it say, I don't like this, I'm sort of needed to get it down a little bit. You can do that. Only you can do that. Okay. And yeah, add a little bit to the edges, so you get more of the cutting point feeling. So there's a pretty thick close, I think. You can even add something, say S, so since is William, so I'm going to write a W here. Okay, so indicating this is a William Jamming character, and you can call it William or whatever name that you have for your character. Okay, just sort of embedded on his clothes, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it about the shirt, and then we can use the same method to get our trousers, pants on. So let's just do that. We go here, and remember to choose the original body, and let's hide the upper clothes, and we can choose the pants part. And let me get my mouse here. So I think the upper clothes is about approximately here. So what I'm going to do is to get a sort of a cutting point, and yeah, Control Shift, maybe somewhere there. Okay, once you have choose that, you can, I think I already accidentally choose the inner part, so Alt M just to deselect everything and just exclusively choose the pants parts. Once you're done, mask extracts. Okay. And of course, you just go through all the process again by fill all this area that you want and close that on, so sort of a watertight. Yeah, I think I made a little bit mistake, is that I sort of don't want the feet to be inside, because we sort of need the separation of shoes, and so let's just do that again. I think when you use Control to get rid of this, but just to be safe, in case I made some mistake of missing some parts, I'm using Control Shift and left click. And remember not include the feet. And I know I missed a little bit, but don't worry, you can just extrude that out by grab it. Okay, so let's just mask, extract, and we can work on it. Okay, once you already got that out, you can hide everything. You can just get rid of the upper close part, and you can just say this is say trousers or pants, or just upper or lower close. Is that a proper name? Okay, and you can just go to this. You choose that. Remember, always choose that. Holding tab, edit mode, front view, B, box select. Select this part. Okay, I'd like to fill this, so don't forget to switch on the X-ray mode. Okay, let's do that again. B, box select. Okay, select all this part, face, fill. I think the leg part is a little bit easy because you can just box select this two and just fill that. Okay, so I think this is a much quicker way to fill that. Right, and so I think hopefully I just fill all these things, and let me just get rid of this and check. There's no. Okay, there is no empty part for me to. Okay, that's perfect, I think. Okay, and of course there you can then go to sculpt mode, doing all sort of sculpting magic. Yeah, just remember you need to sort of extract all these things out a little bit from the start, so you can give especially the part where you need to extrude out, okay, because you sort of need a visual checkpoint in order to do that. Right. Let me just adding a little bit belt area around here, so get a sort of a digital checkpoint. Make it bigger, more subtle. The rest of the leg, just make it not so high poly, but rather low poly extrusion. And I can even just enclose this butt part. Okay, don't want too much of the division. Just budge everything out. Okay, this is the place where we should pay special attention to. Maybe make it smaller, more subtle, so it won't affect the other side of your sculpting. Then of course you can remesh it if you worry too much about this area. You can just remesh it, but for me I just sort of manually do this hard work. I think the version is a little bit too much. you can clearly see the noticeable lagging here. So let's just remesh it, maybe 3. And fix holes, sorry. And I forgot to do that. Yeah, once I finished that, I think I part of finish what we set out to do, and yeah, I think maybe I just scale it. I think that's maybe a better way of doing it. Let's just try it, okay? Let's scale it, because we're at the object mode. We can just S and scale it up a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. We can just scale it up. Did we just go outside? Okay. And of course we got the upper close. You can just show the upper close. And since we're object mode, we can just S to scale it up a little bit. Lower close, scale it up. I can even grab that and move it a little bit. Alright. And let's use the old sculpting to extrude that to little bulge a little bit. And of course you can remesh it. And hopefully we'll fix the whole problem. If it did not, I might manually do this bulge blob and clay strip, and hopefully we can connect the dots for me. Okay, I think this finished the connecting issue for me, but not so gracefully, so I may need to make some adjustments, say sending this bulge part in and grabbing some part out. So make some place not so bulged, like it's connecting that to too much to. Okay, I like the close to sag a little bit, and yeah, just make it wider and sag a little bit. Okay, maybe push this part in. Smaller, subtle. Filled the holy part with the defined landmark, like there's a belt or something. Okay, we don't want to be too comical about this, but it's always good to have a landmark. Of course, you can always smooth it or just push it manually, and you can remesh it to save the day. You can always remesh it to save the day. Let me pull it up a little bit. I think. downward part can be a little bit saggy, but I think maybe I need to make it up. And let's go to the upper close to grab it down. I think sort of wanted to cover the part where they connect the so I think maybe I just manually change the size to the upper class. You change the size of it. I want to sag that a little bit, sculpt that, sort of make this. And I think I'm going to get rid of this symmetry a little bit to make it more natural. Okay, so one part out, some part up. Okay, I don't want it to be too symmetric. This part up, out, just give it more natural feeling. And definitely I don't need this W here, so maybe just smooth it out, because I think it is a little bit weird and awkward. Maybe just smooth it out. Just smooth it out. Maybe I will keep this, but not too outstanding. Just smooth it out, because this is sort of like McDonald's. Okay, and we don't want it close to have McDonald's logo on it, like inverse McDonald, even though it's W stand for Williams creation. Okay, yeah, maybe just leave it here, because I think we pretty much already do a lot, and this video is fairly long for now, so yeah, I think in the next video we are going to add something more interesting by make the cloth material a little bit more realistic. Okay, we don't want this sort of a tight fitting material. Okay, I think the butt part need to adjust that as well. Pretty strange. Did I not choose this that, or maybe I need to remesh that? Let's just remesh that for sure, because I think this part is a little bit missing. Maybe I did not bring that part out, or and there is a quick way of checking whether I made that mistake, is that you can switch off the inner part, so the body part. If you switch that and it's gone, so maybe you are not extrude out as much as you like. Okay, and you can just use the grab to just bulge it out using a fairly big brush to make it out. And if you do not make a mistake, maybe because the project got too complicated and blend become a little bit buggy. Okay, and so my suggestion for you is that you save, especially you work a lot of time on it, you save the crucial milestone point along the way. Okay. Okay, I think I got the problem by just hide this body part. Okay, so definitely you're not extrude this part out. So let's just make sure that we select this the right one. Okay, and let's just gently grab this part out. Okay, clearly I'm not grabbing the right one. Okay, because still choose the upper close rather than these. Let me just hide this upper close part and everything else, and focus on the lower close. Scale it. So yeah, we are going the right one. Let's go to the sculpt mode. Yeah, it's a painstaking manual mental task of doing all sort of adjustments if you want a perfect sculpt. Okay. Let's get the body out. Okay, sort of oversized trousers, that you get it a little bit higher and you sag that a little bit, and the upper body close. You got this comical W shaped on it. You got hair, you got all the eye and skull. Yeah, you get yourself some close. Let's render that just for fun. Okay, I think I just changed the overall color of the skin as well as the clothes a little bit. So because they're using the same material, but don't worry, we just don't focus on that. Let's just focus on clothes. Yeah, I think that's a fairly long video for now. Let's just save it, and in next video I'm going to fine-tune this clothes because I think the upper clothes are a little bit oversized, and I need to sag a little bit, add a little bit detail. Okay, bye.